What is up, everybody? Mirrodin Gaming here, back for another World of Tanks Tech Tree Tank Showcase and review. Today we're taking a look at the Tier 6 Russian light tank, the MT-25. As you can see here, a very standard Russian turret here, and for some reason this front of the hull reminds me of a German tank. But anyway, let's go ahead and get over the comparison, because we're not going to look at the armor because it's a light tank. It has no armor. Alright, so we're going to be comparing it against the other single-shot light tanks at this tier, the non-wheeled as well. So we've got the T-37 from the Americans, the 5916 from China, my personal favorite at this tier, and the VK-2801 from Germany. So, gun stats on this tank, not great. This is designed to be more of a spotter, and we'll see later that it's not even that great at spotting. So, yeah. Really have to use your mobility with this tank in order to make it work. At least that's what I have found. But yeah, let's go ahead and get into them anyway. DPM, horrible, because of the almost full second more, well, maybe half a second more than all the other light tanks here. Penetration, standard rounds, not great. Damage, it's right in the middle. Shell velocity, also kind of right in the middle. But honestly, with the majority of my light tanks, I'm going to be running the gold rounds. That gives us 156 pin, which goes through pretty much all tier 6. Some of the tier 7s, tier 8s, you're going to have to try to pin your shots, but honestly, the dispersion on this gun is not great, so you're not really going to pin that often. That does step up our shell velocity to 1,000, so you don't have to lead quite as much. And your ammo capacity is also pretty good at 70. So that allows us to fling a lot of rounds and still not run out of ammo by the end of the game. Aim time, 2.21, not great, not bad. I prefer under 2, as you can see these other ones are. So you do have to sit there a little bit for your gun to fully aim in, because you're going to want to let it aim in, because your dispersion is horrible. 0.4. You might be able to hit the tanks, but you're not going to be driving taxes, we would say. You definitely want to use those gold rounds because you're not going to be hitting those super small weak points with this tank very often. That being said, it's really not as bad as some of the other ones. So, there's that. Gun depression. Yeah. Very Russian 5 degrees. That was one of the most annoying things about this tank, was trying to find the angles to get the shots when I needed to take the shots. Whereas, some of these other ones have much better gun depression of 9 or 10. It does have good gun elevation, but honestly, who needs that, right? Alright, speed. Right in the middle, not bad. Not at 62. You can definitely get into position about the same as the others. And your speed is also pretty good. It maintains its speed across most terrain, although these other ones do as well. Alright, and then we get over to our tank traverse. It actually has better tank traverse than quite a few of the others here. As you can see, it maintains it a little bit better over hard and medium. Armor, you're a light tank. You don't have armor, although you are the second best, on this comparison here. But yeah, you might get a lucky ricochet every once in a while, which I did when I was playing it. But pretty much guarantee if you're spotted, you're going to get nailed. Alright, then we get down to our camo. So camo is not great, but it's also not too bad depending on your setup. Depends on if you're more of an active spotter like I am, or if you're more of a drive to bush, sit in bush, rest of king kind of player. View range also pretty low for a light tank. That was one of the most limiting factors of this tank, was trying to find bushes where I could still outspot the enemy, but not get spotted myself. Alright, so let's go ahead and take a look at what would we do for equipment. Of course, we're going to do camouflage, brothers in arms, concealment, recon, situational awareness. The other ones, honestly, on this tank don't matter because you're not going to be playing this tank long enough to research those. Alright, then we get down to, let's see, as far as equipment, there's a couple different ways to go. You can either go for an active spotting setup like I do, with low noise exhaust and coated optics, or you can go with what most people will go with, binoculars and camo net. And of course your final one is going to be your fence, which technically you could probably take something like improved aiming if you plan on using your gun more, but this is the setup that I would go with. So what does that do for us? So that gets us 43 camo after we've been sitting still for 3 seconds, which is more than you need because you max out at 80 when you're using the correct bush mechanics. With only having, I think it's the bush mechanics give you 50, but this allows you a little bit more leeway. The 30 moving camo is pretty much what you're looking for. Anything over like 33 or 35 is pretty good compared to the other tanks at this tier. And our view range is actually overkill, but if you didn't know, it allows you, for every 10 you're over the max view range, it decreases the enemy's camo by 1%. So, always good to actually overkill it. But the tank setup I was using and I had success with was the coated optics and the low noise exhaust because I felt like I needed to move around more in order to get those spots better. So that gets us up to 39 camo, both moving and stationary. So right up there, to get that max view range when you're using those correct bush mechanics. View range of 443. That was the one downside to this tank, was it's right at the edge of max view range. But with your camo and being able to move around a little bit better, you will be able to spot stuff out. Alright, so let's go ahead and get over to the gameplay. I'm going to be watching Anonymous. That's funny. In their MT-25 on Redshire. It is Redshire, right? Yes. I always get the name of this and Westfield mixed up. He's using the Let's Rock camo. That was one of the first custom camos I ever got when I started playing. Of course, this is live reaction because I've not watched this beforehand. I didn't know it's Ace Tanker gameplay, because we always select Ace Tanker. Alright, standard location for a lot of light tanks. Trying to spot the people either cresting the hill here or trying to take castle. This is one of the first places I go if there's, especially if there's more than one light tank, because the other light tanks tend to take over onto the like E7 area where those bushes are. Interesting, he is using food, so, and probably with a really good crew, that's got him at max view range, thankfully. Got intuition. Oh, he's going to get some shots in on the KV2. Oh, and see, that's the problem with this tank. You're not going to be hitting those long-range shots very well. Maybe to a different bush. Oh, he spotted the other light tank. Trying to get the light tank killed if he can. Oh, and now he's spotted. I must say, it was interesting that he didn't get spotted when he was in that bush and knocked over the tree. Waits to go and spot it, and then it's going to move back up into the bush. Oh, and there's the people trying to take castle. Yeah, Churchill, very slow. He probably moved all the way to A1, the A1 corner, and then started moving up. Interesting, he has the Killzor captain. Shoot, see if he gets spotted. Does not, he would be able to go up. Don't know why he shot his ally. Twice. Maybe because that guy's not sitting in a good spot. Yeah, I don't know what that was about, but okay. Alright, now we're gonna go over the other side and try to spot guys in the middle, it looks like. Nice, nice. Trying to get different angles, although it looks like the M4A1 is moving up to try to spot now. Loading gold now. But see, that's what I found with this tank, is you have to relocate pretty often in order to get your spotting damage in. Letting them know where the artillery is sitting. There's a TD of some sort. I was wondering why he hadn't moved to this location sooner, because these bushes up here on the left are really good. Oh, medium tank. That's an interesting spot for a medium tank, though. That is not normally the location people sit at. Gotta be careful while moving up here, yeah, because that's the bush I was talking about. Yeah, that bush is most good for spotting stuff coming down this 8, 9, 10 line from the south, or trying to spot out the people sitting on the corner of D4. Oh, 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 Cromwell. Oh, got unlucky there. Because of the gun depression, can't really try to shoot stuff while driving away. Making good use of his camera, his zoom out camera there. Trying to see where the enemies are at. It's not, oh, there's 2 enemies. Yeah, you gotta wiggle, gotta wiggle. Make 'em miss. There you go, good job. M44, I'm not sure if that was one of them shooting or if there's something else on that hill. I think their M44 is doomed. Oh, got nailed there. Crack was hit. Yeah, I think the M44 probably going to die. That Cromwell, yeah, has overtaken him. Alright, let's see if you can get a shot in and kill it. Russian dispersion. Hopefully the Skoda can finish off if our light tank can keep stuff spotted. Loading standard rounds again. Yep, and there he is right there. See, while they're distracted trying to shoot the Skoda, he could have easily snuck around and got a couple shots into them like this. Oh, now he's got to run away though. There you go, got lucky on that little snapshot there. It's going to take quite a few rounds to kill off. Is Dude AFK? Driving in circles, not even trying to shoot him. I think that guy disconnected. The fact that he's just sitting there driving in circles. He got lucky there. If that guy had not disconnected, he would have been dead.
Beautiful shot. Couldn't do it better myself. Penetration.
I try to kill the pony because it's the more dangerous of the two.
Easiest shot in our career.
It's gonna be the problem is trying to hit something at that range reliably. Alright, yep, definitely time to relocate. He's actually hitting a few of those shots that I didn't expect to hit it at range.
Just a warning shot.
Here's the ricochet.
Roads to 3,301 WN8.
Yep, driving back to where he's not spotted through the bush. Very good use of bush mechanics. That's what I'm talking about. You know, pulling back to where the bush, you can't see through the bush. That means you're not going to get spotted, or very unlikely to get spotted, through whenever you fire at them. Alright, 4 kills, 1900 damage for only 470 spotting. Ended up having to do quite a bit of damage himself. Wonder, can we see the... I don't think we can see the health of the enemies. I don't have the right setup. Oh, something is on cap. Most likely the FV. What do y'all think? Is he going to be able to clutch this and get the win? Gonna be behind that building. That's the standard location. Or something hiding. Oh, it is the medium tank. I'll try to drive far enough away to not get spotted. Trying to find an angle. He's right on the edge of that bush. He has to be careful because the RD are going to be kind of pre-aimed in this area. Interesting. Now he sees where the guy's at. Okay, he's moved. Wow, blind firing using the zoomed out camera. Oh, and there they all are. Well, he knows where they're at now. I get far enough out that the Skoda doesn't spot him. Hey man, nope. Oh, I'll retreat behind the building. Yeah, once he deals with that Skoda, he should be able... He should be able to take out the Artie fairly easily. Now they put him on a timer. 2 of them are now sitting on the cap. Go all the way over the red line, see if you can get angles, because they're trying to hide behind that house. Still. I'm going to use that same tactic again. Oh, nice. Got the reset. I killed one of them. Oh, they're both on the cap now. Alright, close enough to spot them. There's one. I'm going to pull back behind the bush. And fire. Nice reset. Nice kill. Now the SCOTUS should not be able to kill him in one hit, so he should be able to snapshot there. That's going to be way too high. Nice! Very nicely done. 7 kills, 2100 damage, 470 spotting. Yeah, that is pretty amazing. Clutch gameplay there to get the win in the end. But let's go ahead and go look at the end game stats here. Alright, so 470 spotting. First time spotting 5 of them. 7 crits, 26 damage because of those blind fires. 7 kills. So, Ace Tanker, Pascucci's Mill for getting both the SPGs, Defender for, yeah, really coming through clutching, resetting that cap, and Top Gun. Wow. Very nicely done, sir. Anyway, that's going to be it for today. This is Marina Gaming, and I'll see you on the battlefield. Don't forget to check me out on Twitch. I stream on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays, with my job permitting, around 6 o'clock Central Time. See y'all later.